Hi everyone, this is Kat of KatalystHolistic Life Coaching, bringing your life in alignment with you. I am here today to do your weekly guidance reading for the week of April 6th through the 12th. So we're here in April and it still feels like we spent, we're still in spring break kind of, except it's not as enjoyable for some. But it's the weather's starting to get warmer, the sun is coming out, and we're still just kind of holding on, trying to navigate all this stuff. So I hope you are all doing well and hanging in there and just keep doing good things for yourselves. This week I'm working with the Wild Unknown Tarot, and then we have our animal guide, a crystal, an herb for healing, how to stay in alignment with our light, and wild offering. So this is just a general reading for the collective. It's just kind of an overall energy for everyone. Take it as you will, and if it doesn't resonate, then maybe it just wasn't for you today. But it's also an energy that could either already be manifesting for you, or it's something that is about to come into your field. So just to be open to receiving that message. Okay? So if you're just tuning in, go ahead and take a deep breath, ground down into the reading. Yes. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started with the tarot cards. So the first one we have is the Two of Cups in the reverse. So the Two of Cups usually kind of has to do with romance, balancing of harmony. So, obviously in this situation, it's kind of hard to feel romantic probably sometimes. It's probably hard to give and receive love in this moment. And I could see this as like an imbalance between the two as well. One can be overpowering the other, like some may feel more giving while the other one is just taking more, instead of really reciprocating those feelings. So, and this can be like a non-romantic relationship too. If this is just more on a personal level, I also feel like this is saying to be really giving to yourself as well, to keep giving that self-love, to maybe have your own like self-care regimen to kind of keep you going in this energy. If this is speaking to someone about a current like relationship, it could feel like there maybe is like romance is not going on. And again, something is lacking in the emotional sense. So we'll see like where that leads into. So next we have the 10 of Wands in the reverse. So normally this has to do with a lot of burdens, just like the weight is overwhelming, kind of overcast. And now we're kind of just ready to lift those burdens away. We're ready to kind of just lay this all down. Like, I don't need to keep carrying this. This could be speaking to some sort of emotional burden that you may have been having, something you've been wanting to get off your chest, and you're finally feeling ready and able to do that. Or it's just kind of like your last straw, and you're wanting to finally kind of stick up for yourself and not keep carrying the weight. If this is sort of like a one-sided relationship, you're just ready to finally step up and say that I'm worthy of receiving more than just giving all of the time, and vice versa. As well as if this is on more of a personal level, not speaking to a specific relationship, you maybe are seeing like a loss of something in your life, a loss of love maybe, and it's maybe something that you're working through, something that's been kind of really weighing down on you and making you feel maybe a little bit heartbroken. but you're ready to kind of like leave that behind. It's been burdening you for so long that you're ready to just kind of reintegrate and feel a new, like a renewal, kind of like a release, because the 10 is an ending. Um, and so especially with this, like, since wands do have to also do with passions, you're ready to kind of feel more into what it is that you really want to do. I see another potential meaning if this is something like work related, if this is something that you're passionate about, like your dreams, and like you feel like your dreams are kind of just dying and you're not as passionate about like what you thought you were before, which being in this environment can definitely make us realize that in this situation, that what are we really doing to make ourselves happy? Is it really as fulfilling as we thought? And this could be realizing that it's not, that you have been just burdening yourself with things that are not in alignment with who you really are. And so you're ready to just like leave that behind. Okay, so for the last card, we have the 8 of Pentacles. And so this has to do with putting in the work of piecing everything together, like weaving it all together. And so this is an integration of some sort. We're releasing something to be integrated. Or this, if this does have to do with a relationship that we're kind of just getting like overwhelmed with, we're learning how to integrate a new part of ourselves from this. This is teaching us, this could maybe have to do with some shadow work, some overbearing thoughts and emotions that we're now ready to actually piece together and weave into the web of our true selves, our true patterns. And I also see this, if this is having to do with those passions, you're finding a missing piece of the puzzle this week. You are rediscovering where you actually want to put your work in. Like what part have I been neglecting of this whole piece? Because there's so many aspects of ourselves that we have to kind of knit together. And if we neglect one side, then there isn't this really strong foundation. So this is, I see, like finding that balance as well and reintegrating. Okay, so this could have a few meanings. I feel like for some of you, this is maybe speaking for personal relationships, maybe romantic, that you are learning something from. Sometimes this has to do with soulmate interactions. So something you are learning from someone. Others, this is an integration of your work, of your passions. Okay? All right. So let's see if we can get a little more clarity on that. Okay, so we've got Coyote Spirit, trust in divine detours. Okay, so yeah, this is something that is just like not getting like the result that you want, and you are having to trust more that this is working out for your higher good, that this is an integration, this is all a part of the bigger picture. And releasing and letting it go, surrendering to what's been just weighing you down and just saying, I don't want to carry this anymore. Having that sense of trust will help you move more in that positive direction. Coyote's kind of this like trickster, like playful medicine. And so being like light on your feet and not letting it downtrod you so much. Trying to have an uplifted heart about it and not being so hard on yourself. Okay? I know that's easier said than done because we don't like to not get what we think we want. Whew, yeah. Okay, so, yep. So this definitely is speaking some about love. Okay, so our crystal energy is Morganite, equality and love. So if something, this is definitely speaking to some relationships. If something is not fulfilling you, if there is not this equal giving of love, then if you feel like you're the only one giving love, then it's definitely time to like let this go. Or maybe some of you are not feeling that loving anymore, but this is something you've been in for a long time. Like maybe this is something you've built up and you're just like kind of afraid of, stirring the pot a little bit. But whenever it comes to love, this is like the highest color ray of love is pink. And so self-love and also being equal in love, like not wanting to control or manipulate others into a situation, but actually giving and receiving equally, never making one like stronger than the other, because that's what relationship really is in exchange with someone. Okay. Oh yeah, and so we have this has been following me around all week. So an herb that we have that can support this energy is rose, or the Empress card in the Herb Crafter's Tarot. So the Empress is all about the divine feminine, surrendering, but also this is also like a sign of fertility and love and nurturance. This is the mother energy. So rose can be really enlivening in that way. There's roses right here too. Even just rose oil, rose water is really lovely, or you can even find rosebuds to take a bath with, or even just getting some roses to feel more romantic in your home, something to enliven this. So let's see if I have anything else to say about that. This can also help you like discover what you love as well. Like if you feel like you've fallen out of love with life and you're not sure about this journey, rose can kind of help you like feel from that heart space, because rose is also like a flower of the heart. Okay. All right. And so for our staying in alignment with the light, we have Keepers of the Earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. So I feel like this is just a reassurance from like if you have guardian angels or spirit guides that you work with, that you're not really facing this alone, that this is really for your highest good, trusting in those divine detours and making sure to find the equality in your love, like for everything, not just romantic relationships, but in life in general. Things should be equal give and take. So finding that balance and trusting that you're doing this work to find all this balance for, I think this is really talking about balancing masculine and feminine as well, because I see a lot of like double imagery here, and we're recalibrating to that energy. So yeah, finding that balance. And next we have, for our wild offering, we have companionship. When you fully bless and embrace your aloneness, you are ready for the ones who are meant to be with you. May I welcome this solitude, knowing it will open the way for all healthy relationships. So yeah, specifically, I guess today this is really talking about relationships, which is a weird time to kind of be bringing that up with everything going on. But this is also making us realize, now that we're in such close proximity to each other and we're having to interact more and more and deal with our shadow work, we're probably noticing like what really isn't healthy for us and what is actually embrace more of our integration, embrace more of who we are. So if you aren't in a relationship, and these are patterns that you're just working through on your own, like feeling that lack of love to yourself, and you're ready to just kind of move forward in that, just trusting that things are going to shift. The more comfortable you get with being alone, the more that will attract the things that will really love you for you. Because if you don't start loving you, things outside of that aren't going to confirm it for you. You can't look to outside spaces to fulfill that need for you. So yeah, doing self-care rituals is a really good way. And being gentle with yourself. This really like pink stone, a lot of self-love and caring, being gentle in the sense of not being so hard on yourselves. And if this does have to do with, your passions, more so to do with work, if you don't embrace yourself and your gifts as well, the things that you can give, you're not going to be able to really give authentically. So trusting that whatever this is bringing up, whatever this detour is something that is meant for making a more strong foundation for yourself. Okay? Whew. That's a heavy one this week. But I don't like to tone it down either. I like to really speak to what I see here. And maybe, I usually resonate with these a lot in my own life as well. So there you have it. I think that is your guidance for the week. If you have felt that you really resonated with that and you want a personal reading, feel free to message me and we can set one up over the phone any way you would like to do it. If you feel really called to, you can also donate or tip for this reading if you really liked it. I'll include all the links down below in this video for where you can share that off to. And also, if you like to share these with other people, make any comments, I love to hear your experience. Okay? So thank you again for tuning in. I hope you have a great week. Hang in there. Sending you lots of love. And remember to just keep loving yourselves and breathe. Just breathe. All right. We'll see you next time. Thank you.